Hello Scorpio and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your love and relationship compatibility spread. So we're really looking at how compatible your energies are at this moment. And, as you know, energies ebb and flow. They're always working in cycles. So we're just seeing what's coming in for this moment and seeing what's going on for you. This can work whether you're single and there's someone that you're looking at and you've got someone in mind, or if you're already in a relationship. It can be any type of relationship as well. And with these readings, Scorpio, I kind of, from the date that I publish them, from about 3 or 4 weeks afterwards, they are relevant and they work. But if you come back to it at a later date and go, that headline really is calling me, it's, as you know, in those higher realms, time really doesn't matter. So you'll get these messages when you need to get it. And speaking of which, Scorpio, this is a general reading, so just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if you do want to delve deeper into this one, there is an extended reading, so the link for that will be in the description box below. So let's get some of this beautiful Scorpio energy into the cards and we'll get started with what's going on. And, just because this is the potential, this week of this energy doesn't mean it might not change next time. So that's also something to bear in mind. So it's all talking about potentials here with these relationship readings, because the energies are all like this and anything can happen really. So let's see. We've got for you the Temperance card. So it may be that you're looking for some kind of balance in this relationship or balance in love at the moment. You're kind of wanting to really align or feeling quite aligned to this energy, to this person. So this is a nice energy. It kind of feels like you want a healthy love or a healthy relationship with some healthy boundaries that's coming in. And interestingly, the other person's turning up as the Hermit. So, they might be feeling a little bit like they need their space at this moment in time. They might be feeling a little bit distant or like there's a distance between you. So they might need a little bit of alone time. The energy, okay, the main energy of the relationship is this Knight of Pentacles at this moment, the connection between the two of you, which is nice. It's very grounded. And it's actually kind of like, we're in this, there's this sense of committed to each other's independence long term. It's kind of the energy that's coming in. It's a very much looking to the long-term future, feeling quite grounded about that. So this feels like, it's a pretty established relationship, or if this is you're single and this is new, it's very much like there's a nice mutual respect that's coming in with this relationship. So this is definitely something that could ground down and be something you can really depend and rely upon. And maybe it's someone you already have already. So very much, wow, at the base, we've got the Empress. Okay, so, this is actually one of the things that could be that you need to overcome at this moment in time, is to find the connection, find the love, to be able to express the love. So let that come in, and because it feels almost like there's a coolness and a distance here. So this could be like you're in almost like it's kind of reached a bit of a comfort zone, or it's either just at the very early stages of a connection where you haven't quite kind of opened up about how you're feeling and said the big I love you kind of words. That's what the Empress is saying. It's wanting the I love you kind of energy, the lots of love coming out here. So this is the challenge of this relationship, because it could be that it's very independent. It's all about boundaries and the space that you're needing at this time. There's a very solid, grounded connection here, but expressing the love is the thing that's wanting to come out. But wow, look at this. As a potential for the relationship, we've got the World. So this is a beautiful union coming in here. It's like you kind of complete each other, which is really, really nice. It's actually a beautiful energy. And at the base, we've got the Serpent of Swords. So there is a bit of a to and fro to do with independence and limitations. Like, it kind of feels a little bit like one person really wants to be really, really free, and one person is a little bit more like just happy to be either in a more grounded space or more at home. The Seven of Swords is kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of energy. So it's kind of interesting because it's it is interesting, that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy that's coming through with this, because it's kind of like you're willing to dip your toe back in, and you're connected. It's like you're both connected. If you've got one foot in, you're both connected, but the other foot's out into the other world. So, and connecting. So, yeah, interesting. If this is a new relationship coming in, it's like I'm willing to dip my toe back in, but I'm not, perhaps you're not quite ready yet to kind of, for a big commitment that's here. But it's like you're both wanting something quite grounded and something that you can really trust and rely on. But there's still a sense of, particularly coming from your side, of uncertainty about jumping in fully. So, yeah, kind of an interesting energy coming through with that. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I kind of, you know, what I'm getting is kind of like two ships, like kind of orbiting around each other, or two planets. I keep getting ships, like two ships in the same port, but they've got different anchor points. So it's kind of, there could be some kind of, for whatever reason, it feels like there's this independence or distance that's coming in with this. So it's almost like you're in the same territory, you're in the same emotional world together, but there's a sense of you're not quite together, or you're not, it's like, I keep getting, this is where the World card is kind of like, if you imagine two wholes, it's like, I'll give half of that and we'll become a whole. I'll give half of me each to make a whole, but I'm going to keep my other half and you're going to keep your other half. So you never quite get all of you never quite get all of each other, but you get enough to create a whole. If that makes any sense, that's kind of what I'm getting here, Scorpio. So, yeah, it's interesting energy. So I feel like from both of you, there's potentially a reluctance to fully submerge into the, you know, be on the same ship and anchored at the same place kind of energy. If that makes any sense. We've got Wand 4, Jupiter, Aries, Capricorn, and the Cup King, Scorpio, Crown. So here you are. These are the higher energies, you know, the cosmic energies that you may be here to be working with. There might be a higher purpose around this relationship. It could be part of the soul lessons that you're dealing with. And we have the Scorpio Crown. So this is very much, you know, looking at a deep love and compassion and connection here. And I feel like that's kind of what you're learning or working through, one of the soul lessons with this relationship, but it's very slow. It's not something that you're definitely wanting to like jump straight into. So it's a slow evolution of that depth that's coming through. And then we've also got Wand 4, Jupiter, Aries, Devil, Saturn, Capricorn, Mars. So yeah, it's this real push-pull, because the Jupiter Aries wants things to expand, wants plans to expand. It is demanding an expansion, okay, of what it is that some sort of establishment of what it is that you want. There's some sort of expansion that is being required, but then the Capricorn of the devil energy comes and constricts. So it's this kind of trying to find the balance between constriction and expansion and how that works within this relationship. And so it's a very interesting energy between wanting to go out and be free in the world and you know, explore higher ideals, but also being here in reality and having responsibilities and having things you have to actually deal with in the world. And it's like, I feel like a lot of it's to do with commitment coming in here. So I'm going to finish it off. I feel like it's actually a very beautiful energy. Like it just feels like there's this lovely synergy between the two of you. And it is like you're both committed to this, but you're not giving all of yourself. So it's like you are, one half of you is I'm going to learn a lot of my soul lessons with you, and the other half I'm learning independently on my own. So let's pull some, like a little advice card to finish this off from the universe, how to pull some of these energies that are happening at this moment together. And I'm not necessarily, it does feel like a very slow evolution of what this is. So for some of you, like if this is like a friendship that is slowly growing into something that could be more, it's got that energy, or that you have both been in relationships, been even married or separated, or you've been in a relationship where you both got very hurt, and there's almost this sense of being together through almost a convenience as well, but also there's this sense of, but there is love there, and do we want to acknowledge that? So, and if this is a long-term relationship that you're in, it very much is that you can get into comfort zones, or you can get too independent that you're not reconnecting, you're not connecting into that love. We have, as the advice, the Six of Pentacles. So if there's something you need, don't be afraid to ask. This is all about the giving and receiving in relationship and bringing balance back into that. And so if you feel like, it very much is saying that if there's something that you want and need, it's okay to ask that of this relationship. It's okay to ask this of the person. Or if there's something that you want to give, that's also okay. So it's finding that balance is kind of how this is going to tie all these energies together at this moment in time. So I actually feel like this is a very beautiful, deep, like there's a potential for a lot of depth in this relationship though. I feel like you kind of like, I keep being shown ships, like, sorry, that's just the image I've been given. But this time it's like the big cruise liners that just go, so they travel slowly. They travel slowly together. So it is a sense that this is something that has been growing and building, and it's gentle, but it's big at the same time. So I actually think it's a very beautiful relationship, but at some point, this big thing of the Empress, the love that's between you, at some point that is expressing that or acknowledging that is something that's going to keep coming up as something that's needs to be kind of worked with, or as a potential challenge even to the relationship. But definitely there's, with the Six of Pentacles and the Temperance card next to each other, there's this balance and this synergy that comes with this, and you're working on very similar things in terms of those higher soul purpose kind of energies. And sometimes it can feel really intense. So sometimes it's like, I just need to get away from this energy and be a little bit free and do something over here instead. So that's kind of the reading, Scorpio. That's the energy that's coming in at this moment in time, and the kind of messages around what's happening with the compatibility of your energies at this moment. And so we're going to take it over to the extended now. We'll kind of delve deeper into it and look further into the future. So that's all in extended reading if you want to go further with this. But if this is where we're leaving each other. Thank you so much for joining me, Scorpio. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and take care.